Okay, I'm getting sick of headsets that say they remove background noise, and yet I still hear background noise I dislike. Why do you gotta lie to me, Box? I miss my old headset. Had a clear sound, didn't have the noise remove, which makes this audio sound more muffled. And oh, I almost forgot I was planning to make a commentary.
Hello, Homo sapiens.
If I can quote CinemaSins, and speciesist.
And today, I am bringing you a video talking about different types of animations. So, I picked 3 out that I thought of, and let's just talk about them, I guess. And you guys can let me know which animations you like or don't like, or tell me any others that I didn't list in this video. So let's get started. The first one is frame-by-frame animation. So this is the animation where you draw something, you save it, you draw another thing, you save it, and you just put it all together. So, to quickly explain, this can be either traditional or digital. Traditional, you just need a camera and a drawing, and then digital, you just need a...
Come on, spit it out. You can do it. I believe in you.
A art software and a video editor, so you can put all the pictures together.
Yay, you got the words you wanted. And I may be sounding like a nitpicky person here, but don't both processes result in putting the pictures in the same software? They both go into a video making program, so does it really matter how you put the pictures in? It just matters if they even make it into the video editing program.
So this is the type of animation that I use. Just go on my channel and find any map part, and those are all frame-by-frame animations. I particularly prefer this animation type because I guess it's more straightforward, and there's so many different levels of it.
Frame-by-frame animation, while the idea is straightforward, the process becomes a chore. Considering how I used to do a lot of frame-by-frame animation, and still sort of do, it takes longer because you have to draw out each individual picture, scan it, and align it appropriately with the video program. And oftentimes one mistake can scrap a whole project if you're not careful. And yet you don't seem to bring this up. Yes, people, it's going to mean something later on.
Different levels of it that you can do. That's with all animation, but I feel like this is also pretty, there's a really big range of people who frame-by-frame animate. Some examples, if you can't picture what I'm talking about, include all the old Disney movies. A lot of old animated movies use this style, but nowadays we have 3D animation. I'll talk about that later. So some examples of Disney movies would be Bambi, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, all the Disney movies. Yeah.
All the Disney movies? That's funny because I could have sworn that movies like The Little Mermaid, Lion King, and even Hunchback of Notre Dame have their instances of using CGI for their animations. Okay, yeah, there's some frame-by-frame stuff, but those movies have used things such as CGI for multiple effects. God, I'm just so nitpicky right now.
And I don't know, I think it's nice and straightforward and fun.
Hey, I got a question. This is called Animation Rant, right? Where exactly is the ranting? All you're doing right now is praising frame-by-frame animation and saying it's your favorite. That's not ranting, that's just you praising a specific style of animation. I'd like 1 minute and 55 seconds of my expectations back.
So, on to the next one, which is stop motion. This is where you need a camera and an object that you're going to move. So you keep taking pictures and move the object slightly per frame, and then you put it all together in a video editor or whatever you do.
And how exactly is this any different from frame-by-frame animation? It's literally the same process. Make a picture, scan it. Make another picture, scan it. And you spend the rest of the time wasting 3 minutes and 21 seconds of my expectations. Skipping!
And the last one is 3D animation, which I mentioned earlier. So 3D animation is what most movie animation studios use nowadays for big movies such as, let's think, Finding Nemo, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, How to Train Your Dragon. All these movies, they are 3D animation, and I'm not sure, but it's a trend now, I guess. It's been a trend for a while.
And you know what was also a trend? Frame-by-frame animation and stop-motion animation. And yet I don't hear you praising 3D animation, now do I?
And it's pretty much all computer generated. Nothing's really hand-drawn.
Technically, you're wrong on that one. Mostly before the 3D animation is done, there is concept art made for the backgrounds of the movie and the characters in the movie. There is a whole separate team of people who work on this, as well as storyboard artists. So there is some hand-drawn being done behind set. It's just the final product is animated using 3D models.
But I don't know. I think 3D animation's getting a little bit repetitive because I feel like some character designs are recurring. I know it's for some movies it's the style of the movie that that's why they're recurring. Like, if you don't know what I mean, I'm talking about like Frozen and Tangled. The characters just they kind of look alike.
Well, that's also because Frozen and Tangled are created by the same writers and animators. Hell, they're not the only ones guilty of reusing an art style. I mean, look at Akira Toriyama's artwork of Dragon Ball Z compared to Blue Dragon and Chrono Trigger, or even Nobuhiro Watsuki with Rurouni Kenshin and Busa Renkin. As for the whole 3D animation getting repetitive because animators reuse the same designs, same can be said about a lot of 2D animation. I'm looking at majority of the Disney princesses. What I'm trying to say here is 3D animation gets ragged on for feeling too repetitive, while 2D animation keeps getting a free pass for it. It's really stupid.
In other movies like that, it's just kind of the recurring designs. And my sisters are really distracting in the background.
God, I hate it when that happens. If only I had editing software, I could fix that problem. Oh, wait.
But I don't know. 3D animation's okay. I wish that sometimes movie studios could go back to the old frame by frame, because it is still pretty cool, and I'd totally watch a movie that was like that.
But if there were more frame by frame animations being done, wouldn't that eventually become repetitive? Guess not.
So yeah, 3D animation's okay, I guess.
And that was 5 minutes and 31 seconds of false advertising. That's honestly my biggest issue with this video. There really wasn't any ranting being done. Yeah, you did mention something you didn't like about 3D animation, but you were more so neutral on it and still said that you liked it. That's not what ranting is. Plus, 3D animation is the only time where you even try to mention something that bugs you about it. Frame by frame animation and stop motion animation were praised on high. It really makes your video come off as biased towards 3D animation and just hop on the bandwagon of other people who hate it for biased reasons. It's an art style, like any other art style. I'm finished here. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go marathon Rurouni Kenshin for the 40th time in a row.